From pain to purpose, transforming life's challenges into your greatest destiny. Welcome to a transformative journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of human resilience, exploring how our greatest challenges can become the very foundation of our most profound purpose. I'm honored to share with you the extraordinary wisdom gleaned from my recent interview with Johnetta Myers, a beacon of hope and a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Johnetta Myers is not just an interviewee, she's a force of nature, a living embodiment of turning pain into purpose. Her journey has touched countless lives, inspiring individuals to rise above their circumstances and embrace their full potential. With unwavering courage and boundless compassion, Johnetta has dedicated her life to showing others that their darkest moments can become their brightest opportunities for growth and impact. As we begin, I want you to take a moment, close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Think about a challenge you're facing right now, a struggle that feels overwhelming. Hold that thought, that feeling, because by the end of our time together, I promise you'll see it in a completely new light. Johnetta shared with me a perspective that has the power to revolutionize how we view the struggles and hardships in our lives. Her words struck me with the force of profound truth. The challenges of life that we all go through are shaped for our destiny and purpose. We go through certain things to help out other people along the way, to give them hope, to inspire, and to let them know that trouble don't last always. Let those words sink in. How many of us, when faced with adversity, immediately ask, why me? We see our challenges as burdens, as unfair twists of fate that derail our plans and crush our spirits. But what if, as Johnetta suggests, these very challenges are not random acts of cruelty, but purposeful experiences designed to shape us into the people we're meant to become? This perspective doesn't diminish the pain or difficulty of our struggles. It doesn't ask us to paste on a smile and pretend everything is fine when it's not. Instead, it invites us to look at our hardships through a different lens, one of purpose and potential. Imagine for a moment that every obstacle you face, every setback you encounter, is actually a critical piece of your journey. That the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, is using these experiences to equip you with the exact tools, insights, and strength you'll need, not just for your own growth, but to make a profound difference in the lives of others. Think about the most impactful people in history. Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, Malala Yousafzai. Their greatest contributions to humanity were born out of their deepest struggles. Their pain became their purpose. Their challenges, their catalyst for change. But you don't have to change the world to live this truth. Every day, ordinary people are transforming their pain into purpose in extraordinary ways. A mother who loses a child to drunk driving becomes an advocate for safer roads. A cancer survivor starts a support group for others battling the disease. A former addict dedicates their life to helping others overcome addiction. These stories, including Jonetta's, remind me of a quote often attributed to Ernest Hemingway. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, many are strong at the broken places. Our challenges, our moments of breaking, can become our greatest sources of strength if we allow them to be. But here's the thing. This transformation doesn't happen automatically. It requires a conscious choice on our part, a choice to see our struggles, not as endpoints, but as starting points, a choice to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger, wiser, more compassionate? How might this prepare me to help others who will face similar challenges? This shift in perspective is not easy. It goes against our natural instincts to avoid pain and seek comfort. It requires courage to face our difficulties head on, to sit with the discomfort, to look for the lessons hidden within our pain. But as Jonetta's life demonstrates, the rewards of this approach are immeasurable. When we embrace our challenges as part of our purpose, several powerful things happen. First, we become more resilient. Instead of being crushed by adversity, we learn to bend and adapt. We develop an inner strength that can weather any storm because we understand that every storm, no matter how fierce, eventually passes. Think of bamboo, one of the strongest natural materials on earth. It bends with the wind, sometimes almost to the ground, but it rarely breaks. That flexibility is its strength. We can cultivate that same resilience within ourselves. Second, we become more empathetic. Our own struggles open our hearts to the struggles of others. We become more understanding, more patient, more willing to extend a helping hand because we know firsthand how much that support can mean. Our pain becomes a bridge to connect with others, to truly see and understand their struggles. This empathy is a superpower in a world that often feels disconnected and divided. Third, we become living testimonies of hope. As Johnetta said, we go through things to let them know that trouble don't last always. When we emerge from our own dark times, we become beacons of hope for others still finding their way. Our stories of overcoming become lifelines for those who are drowning in their own despair. Think about a time when you were struggling and someone's story of overcoming a similar challenge gave you hope. You have the power to be that story for someone else. Fourth, we discover our unique gifts and purpose. Often it's through our greatest challenges that we uncover our most powerful abilities. The very experience that tests us to our limits can reveal strengths and talents we never knew we possessed. History is full of examples of people who found their true calling through adversity. Helen Keller's blindness and deafness led her to become a powerful advocate for people with disabilities. Stephen Hawking's physical limitations pushed him to explore the cosmos with his mind, revolutionizing our understanding of the universe. Lastly, we create meaning out of suffering. Viktor Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, wrote about his experiences in Nazi concentration camps. He observed that those who were able to find meaning in their suffering were the ones most likely to survive. By viewing our challenges as part of a greater purpose, we transform meaningless pain into meaningful growth. This doesn't mean we seek out suffering, but it means we can find purpose even in our darkest moments. Now, I want to be clear. This perspective doesn't mean we should seek out hardship or glorify suffering. It doesn't mean we shouldn't work to alleviate pain and injustice in the world. Rather, it's about how we respond to the inevitable challenges that life brings our way. It's about recognizing, as Johnetta so powerfully stated, that no test, no testimony, our tests, our trials, our moments of despair, these are the raw materials from which we craft our most powerful testimonies. These are the experiences that give weight and authenticity to our words when we reach out to others who are struggling. Think about the people who have had the most profound impact on your life. Chances are they're not the ones who've had an easy, trouble-free existence. They're the ones who have been through the fire and emerged not just intact, but transformed. They're the ones whose words carry the ring of truth because you know they've lived what they're talking about. That's the power of embracing our challenges as part of our purpose. It turns our pain into a platform, our struggles into a source of strength, our difficulties into a catalyst for our destiny. But let's be honest, this is not a one-time decision. It's a choice we have to make again and again, sometimes daily or even hourly. In the midst of our pain, when we're feeling overwhelmed and broken, it can be incredibly difficult to see any purpose or potential good in our situation. That's why it's crucial to surround ourselves with people like Johnetta, people who can remind us of this truth when we forget, who can hold on to hope for us when we feel hopeless, who can see our potential even when we're blinded by our pain. It's also why sharing our stories is so important. Every time we open up about our struggles and how we've grown through them, we're not just healing ourselves, we're offering healing to others. We're showing them that it's possible to not just survive their challenges, but to use those very challenges as stepping stones to a more purposeful, impactful life. Jonetta's words challenge us to ask ourselves some hard questions. How am I viewing the difficulties in my life right now? Am I seeing them as unfair burdens or as opportunities for growth and service? What lessons might I be learning through my current struggles? How might these experiences be preparing me to help others in the future? These questions aren't easy to answer, especially when we're in the thick of our challenges, but they have the power to shift our perspective and, in doing so, to change the entire trajectory of our lives. Let me share a personal story that illustrates this principle. A few years ago, I went through a period of intense anxiety and depression. It was a dark time, and I often wondered why I had to go through such pain. But as I started to heal, I realized that this experience had given me a deep empathy for others struggling with mental health issues. It led me to become an advocate for mental health awareness and to support others in their healing journeys. What felt like a curse became a calling. My pain became my purpose.
This transformation isn't unique to me. I've seen it happen time and time again in the lives of others. Take Sarah, for example. Sarah lost her son to gun violence. The pain was unbearable, and for a while she couldn't see any purpose in her suffering, but gradually she began to channel her grief into action. She started a nonprofit organization dedicated to reducing gun violence in her community. Today, her work has saved countless lives and brought healing to many families. Her deepest pain became her most powerful purpose. Or consider Michael, who battled addiction for years. When he finally found sobriety, he didn't just move on with his life. He chose to become a counselor, using his experience to help others overcome their addictions. The very thing that once threatened to destroy him became the tool he uses to save lives. These stories, along with Jonetta's, remind us that our challenges don't define us. How we respond to them does. They show us that it's possible to take the darkest chapters of our lives and use them to write a story of hope, resilience, and purpose. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought from my conversation with Johnetta. She emphasized that our challenges are shaped for our destiny and purpose. This suggests that there's a unique aspect to each person's journey. Your challenges are uniquely yours, designed to shape you into the person you're meant to become, to prepare you for the unique contribution you're meant to make in this world. This means that comparing your struggles to others or wishing for an easier path misses the point entirely. Your challenges, as difficult as they may be, are part of your unique journey. They're shaping you, molding you, preparing you for a purpose that only you can fulfill. So I challenge you today, embrace your journey, challenges and all. Look for the lessons, the growth opportunities, the ways in which your current struggles might be preparing you to make a difference in someone else's life. Choose to see your challenges not as obstacles to your purpose, but as integral parts of your purpose. Remember, as Johnetta so powerfully put it, no test, no testimony. Your tests today are preparing you for a powerful testimony tomorrow. They're equipping you to offer hope, inspiration, and tangible help to others who will face similar struggles. You have within you the power to transform your pain into purpose, your struggles into strength, your challenges into catalysts for change. It won't be easy, but as Jonetta's life and words demonstrate, it's a journey worth embarking on. So let's make a commitment today. Let's commit to embracing our challenges, to looking for the purpose in our pain, to allowing our difficulties to shape us into people of depth, compassion, and resilience. Let's commit to using our experiences, good and bad, as tools to lift others up, to offer hope, to make a real difference in this world. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about taking what life throws at us and using it not just for our own growth, but for the betterment of those around us. It's about recognizing that our struggles can become our greatest strength. Our pain can become our most powerful platform, and our challenges can become the very things that propel us into our destiny. As we conclude, I want you to think back to that challenge you held in your mind at the beginning of this talk. How do you see it now? Can you glimpse, even if it's just a glimmer, how this difficulty might be shaping you for a greater purpose? Can you see how your experience might one day become a source of strength and hope for others? I challenge you to take one step today towards embracing this perspective. It might be as simple as journaling about what you're learning through your current struggle. It might be reaching out to someone who's gone through a similar challenge and asking how they found purpose in their pain. Or it might be looking for an opportunity to use your experience to help someone else who's struggling. Remember, your journey matters. Your struggles have purpose. Your story has the power to change lives. Don't let your challenges define you. Let them refine you. Let them shape you into a force for good in this world. Because when we embrace our challenges as part of our purpose, we don't just change our own lives, we change the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and transformation. Now go forth. Embrace your challenges and let your pain become your greatest purpose. The world is waiting for your testimony.